Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Carissa Salami and this is Diary of a Petite Model. So I recently went to NYSC camp. I just got back a couple of days ago and I decided to share my experiences with you. For intending camp members, maybe you can pick out a lesson or two on how to make your stay in camp easier. So I was posted to FCT Abuja and I camped in NYC Camp Kubwa. Overall, my experience wasn't bad at all. It was pretty fun. I had great times. I mean, a lot of times I was really tired and I wanted to go home because being in camp like that for 3 weeks, adjusting to a new regimen was not easy for me at all, but it was fun. It was fun, honestly. The first thing I would say is if you're an intending camp member, if you registered, if you're expecting your call up letter, is to watch as many videos as possible, watch as many vlogs as possible to see what NYC camp is like. It's to give you an idea. So that was what I did. I watched a lot of videos and then going into camp, it was still stressful and a lot of things. It still took me time to adjust, but I knew what to expect. Secondly, is that when you see your call up letter and you know what state you're going to, go back and now watch vlogs about that particular camp. So once I saw my call up letter and I saw that I was posted to I was gonna camp in Kubwa, I started watching more videos about Kubwa camp, how what's the routine like. Even though NYC camp the routine is the same everywhere, but then obviously it's gonna differ based on the states and all of that. So that's what I did. And that's what I advise you to do as well. One major advice I got from watching a number of videos is go on time, because going on time actually gives you the advantage of getting a good hostel space. And then if you wanted to join activities like OBS, Red Cross or the band, the earlier you go, the more opportunity you have of joining any of those. Personally, I didn't take any of that advice. I was supposed to report to camp on Thursday 16th Feb and I ended up going to camp on Saturday 18th, which ended up working in my favor. Now, NYC has a defined routine, a defined regimen that they follow. You have to wake up every morning really early because devotion starts by 5. So you have to wake up earlier. If you wanted to take your bath before devotion, you have to wake up by 4 a.m. or even earlier than that. But on Sundays, are not like that. So from Sunday mornings, you can sleep in for as long as you like. You can decide to go to church or you can decide to go to the mosque to worship. I don't know if they worship on Sunday mornings, I'm not sure, but you can decide to go to church, you can decide not to, so you can sleep in on Sunday mornings. By the time I was done with all my activities, registration, getting my khaki, amending my khaki, I was pretty tired because I didn't have anything to eat before going. Big mistake, don't do that. Always eat before you go. So I was really tired and then I had dinner and I just laid down and passed out. And the fact that I didn't have to wake up early on Sunday morning helped me. So I had like one day to rest before starting off fully on Monday. So if you can go on Saturday, it might just work in your favor. Yeah, that's tip number one. That's one thing I did that worked in my favor. Now, one mistake I did was rushing to amend my khaki. So when you're done with registration and you get your khaki, chances that they are going to be bigger or smaller than you is very, very high. So I didn't want to go through the stress of looking for someone to exchange it because I didn't know anybody at the time. So I amended my khaki same day I got to camp, that in Saturday, which I wouldn't really advise honestly, because our opening ceremony was on Tuesday. I had like 3 days. I had Sunday and Monday, 2 days rather, to amend the khaki. Now the thing is, a lot of core members are coming into camp as well. A lot of them want to amend their khakis, and these tailors are overworked. So chances that they are not going to amend it right is very high, which was what happened to me. By the time the woman that was sewing my platoon, amending khakis for my platoon was done with mine, like it was really bad. So I had to loosen it and do it again, and she still didn't get it right. So I just told her, okay, hold the waist. The waist is a bit for me, but leave the leg. I will do that later. So I ended up spending, I think, about 2,000 naira to amend it the first time. No, sorry, amending khaki is 1,500 in Abuja camp. I spent 1,500 to adjust it, and I still didn't get it done rightly. So later on, after our swearing in ceremony, I guess, yeah, I still had to go and amend the khaki in camp again. That cost me an extra 1,000 naira. So if it's something wearable, even if it doesn't look as cute, I know there's that you want to take pictures on swearing in day, but these tailors are overworked. They are packed, like there are so many khakis they need to adjust, thousands of khakis that they need to adjust. So they may not do the best job. So if it's something you can wear for the first few days, I would advise you wear it. Then after everything has died down, go and meet one of them, and then they'll take their time, and you can even sit down there with them for them to do the job for you. Another thing I adjusted in a hurry was my boots, my jungle boots and the white shoes. So NYSC gives you one pair of jungle boots and one pair of customized NYSC shoes. Both were big for me. My jungle boots, I was given a size 43, and then for the white shoes, I think I was given a size 42. I wear a size 38, 39 max, so there was no way it was going to be my size. So there are shoemakers there that have a way of adjusting. They put a shoe pad in the shoes, and then some, if you want, they can sew the shoe pads to the shoe, which was what I did. I spent 2,500 for that. The shoe was still big but wearable, and that was what I used for my swearing in ceremony. But then I think by second week I went back to meet the shoemakers because it was just annoying wearing that big size. The shoe was just too big. Even though it was comfortable, it was wearable, I could wear it, but it was just annoying that I was wearing a size 42 when my tiny legs are a size 38. So I went back second week to meet them and asked if they could get me a smaller shoe, size 38, and they ended up giving it to me. I had to pay for it. I paid 4,000 naira and swapped my own 42 with them. So if I had been patient, I wouldn't have needed to spend the initial 2,500 I spent. I could have just swapped it for that 4,000 naira. So instead of 6,500, I would have spent only 4,000 naira. And there was also another option that would have been free if I was willing to look for someone that had a bigger size, a smaller size rather, that was a bigger size. Maybe I would have found, or if I had gone to the storeroom. I didn't know about the storeroom until later, so that may have been free, but I wasn't willing to go through the stress of looking for who to swap shoes with. So yeah, don't be in a hurry to swap your item. You still have other opportunities to take pictures with your khaki if you want, right? So don't be in a hurry to swap your items. Take your time. When all the frenzy has died down, take your time. You get the best value. Yeah. My third and final tip would be spend wisely. I know why I'm giving this advice because I did not spend, I spent a lot of money. Like, well, I mean, technically not a lot of money, but I spent on a lot of things that I wouldn't consider particularly important. So spend wisely, budget, plan yourself. After the first 2-3 days, you would see the things you need to spend money for constantly. You need to spend money on charging. Go with your power bank, go with your phone. So you need to spend money on charging. The sockets in the rooms do not work, so that's something you have to budget for either once a day or twice daily. Depends on the power capacity of your phone. Or if you have a power bank, that helps. You may not need to charge every day. And then you need to budget for water. Yes, you need to buy pure water or bottled water as your pocket can handle. So I bought a bag of water 3 times, and pure water at the time was 350. It may, I don't know, it may have increased by the time you're going to come. So those are things that you need to, those are things you always need to pay for. You need to buy water. That's you need to charge your phone, charge your power bank, and all of that. I think those are the 2 things I consider really important. There are things that you can't do without. You can decide that you're not going to spend money in Mami Market. You can decide that you're only going to eat camp food. You can decide that you're going to do your laundry by yourself, so you won't need to spend money paying for laundry. That's, those are not those are wants, not particular needs. But you need to charge your phone, charge your power bank, you need to buy water, and there are other things that you need to do: share data, airtime to call, and all of that. Amending your khaki, eventually amending your shoes. Those are things that you may need to spend money on. Any other thing, maybe if you didn't bring enough from home, if you didn't bring enough items from home and you need to buy something else outside. Yeah, so spend wisely. After the first few days, when you are beginning to adjust, you can decide how you want to be spending. Okay, if you cannot eat in Mami every day, how many times a week do I want to eat in Mami? what do I want to buy? Do I want to be spending money on shawarma every day, or do I want to buy actual food like rice and all? You can decide to go for cheaper options. Instead of buying rice and chicken for almost 3,000 naira, you can decide to only buy rice and beef for just 1,000 naira or 1,200, 1,005. So you just adjust your budget accordingly. But I advise you to spend wisely, because there's life after camp, right? After camp, you need to settle in. If you're moving to a new place, that's when you really need to spend wisely. I bought a number of things that maybe I should or shouldn't have bought. I don't know, but I could afford to do that because, number one, I live in Abuja. I knew that when I'm done from camp, I'm coming back to my house. I know what my daily life is like. I know what I spend on a daily basis. If I was going to a new place, I don't think I would have taken that amount of liberty, because you're talking about moving into a new place. You have to take your time to study the city, so I would advise you spend wisely. It doesn't end in camp. There's life after camp. Yeah, those are the little things I think you need to know concerning camp from me. Take my first advice very seriously. Watch as many videos as possible. One person cannot share everything, okay? Watch as many videos as possible. Ask as many questions. If you have friends that have gone to camp, ask them questions so you don't get there and you're stranded, and just try to make the experience fun for you. My first week, I was really bored. I wanted to go home. I was tired. It was just annoying. Like, I have a life outside this place. Why would I come here and I'm always wearing white and white like a schoolgirl? You have to wake up at a certain time, do things at a certain time. What they say you're going to do is what you're going to do. You don't have an option. But then towards the end of first week, I decided to make the best of it. Instead of just sitting down and moping, I decided to join as many activities as possible. I joined dance, I joined parade, I took part in a talent hunt. I started doing things like involving myself in the platoon. And before you know it, it was terrible. I kept on saying I wanted to fly fence, I wanted to go for wanted to fly fence, but in the end, because I participated in activities, it just helped with not having to what's the word now? It helped with the hours going by, like, instead of having to sit down when you don't have anything to do, the hours seem longer, but when you have so many activities, the days went by pretty quickly. Yeah, so involve yourself in as many things as possible. If you don't want to involve yourself, that's totally fine. Just enjoy yourself and make the most of it. If you want to know how much I spent in camp, I'll be doing a video totaling everything I spent before and during camp. Just stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and then turn on your notification bell, and you'll see that once that is uploaded. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in